So I've started fucking ice cream van. Go away! So I've started to look at the offside and I've struggled the plastic trim off because I can't get the doors open properly because I'm up against the wall. Where I found the same as on the near side around that captive nut. A little bit there, not as big as the other side, but I'll probably cut a similar size piece out. And this is all solid. I put a patch on there about 10 years ago, and apart from a bit of surface rust, I've had the needle gun on this and the descaler, and it would have gone through anywhere. As you can see, it's peeled a bit off the edge on there, but there's a hole there which was the drain hole, so I'm going to have to do that. And then a bit further down this side, again, drain hole and two drain holes, I think. I can't remember now. I was poking them last night and I come back to them this morning. Anyway, that needs a patch out there, but I'm balked because I can't really get my grinder and stuff in because of the lump of wood that the car's sat on the lift. So I think I'm going to leave that until I turn the car round the other way, and I can make sure that I leave myself room to do it. And I can't do that one until the car's turned around because I can't get the bloody door open. So I think I'm going to do this little one here, and that just means that I can finish all the painting on the axle side of there, and then that's it for welding on this back end. All of this I've had the descaler on. It's all just a bit of surface, little bit of surface rust, nothing very much. So I'm just going to have to treat all that and just daub it up with wax oil and what have you, which has served it well for all this time. So yeah, one little job. I'm not going to video it because it's a bit dull, but I'll do that, and then I think the next job is take that cradle off the tank. That probably is the next job, I think, and or priming, seam sealing and painting all round in here. Deep joy. I've got this all cut out, and in the end I decided I would take it back to there because this edge, it was all starting to blow like here and just part, and I thought, well, I'll take a bigger bit out and fix that in there. And I was just drawing it to replace, to weld it in, to make it to weld it in, and I thought, well, really, there's one little dodgy bit just there, and then this bit has to come out. I thought, well, it'd be better if I make the whole piece as one, and then I'll just I've only got one weld there and round there and then along this lip. I thought, right, that's a lot better, but I can't get this door open to do it, so I've cut that out. I'm gonna have to leave it. It's all dressed up ready, but then I'm looking down this lip and it's bursting here. So I think what I might do when I turn the car around is I might cut all the way along to about there and just replace all that lip. It's just one bend, and that's going to come back to bite me. So once I get that on, I've got some rigidity back. I'm thinking, and then put the strip in. Yeah, I've got to leave it. I'll have to do it when I turn it round. My access isn't good enough. Well, that's a shame, but I could probably get my slitting saw in and do it, but I'm going to end up damaging the paint on the door, so I need to not do that, or I'm getting into another job that doesn't need doing because I damage it. So yeah, right, I'm up to scraping off and painting. I've had a good clear up, I hoovered up. It was getting minging under here. I've just been thinking about what I've said there about changing, replacing that length. I'm definitely going to do that, but the way that I'm going to do it is I've put the slitting saw in and cut this off, this lip off, all the way along, and then I can start to peel it by effectively chiseling it off. But then what that gives me is I can just put a strip up behind there. I can plug weld it onto here, and then I can do a corner weld all the way along, because this is really solid, so it seems daft cutting into that, and that's really solid. It's just this is the edge that's all blowing and rusty. So I've decided I'm going to cut it back to there, so it's 50 centimetres. So I'm not doing any more now. I'm leaving that like that, and the idea is when I get the car turned round, I'll put that patch into there, then that gives that the rigidity back. This bit will all be cleaned, and then I can cut that piece out and slip a sliver of metal in and then weld it up as I've just described. Yes, I think that'll be a better way of doing it. Definitely. I could do this now, you see, but I don't really want to cut all that away. Oh, will it make much difference strength wise? I just don't want it all to move, and it might do. I'm uncertain, so I think I'm best leaving it, do it on a turn round.